An important note to make here on transition is that the ACT actually is pretty generous when it rewards you for using the right kind of language. They love transitions, and these transitions can occur between paragraphs or even within paragraphs. So when you're going between paragraphs, you want to use words like although this is the case, this may also be the case, or however. This might not work in this instance, and you can use words like because of this reasoning, that reasoning is no longer available to us or something like that. But you want to connect your logic from one paragraph to the other to make sure that your ideas are flowing smoothly, right? And the essays that score the highest, which is essentially between a 10 and a 12 in the organization domain, will include sentence-to-sentence transitions, which means you're not just bouncing between ideas. So even within a paragraph, you're not just jumping from one sentence to another just to get kind of all your thoughts on paper. But there's a clear line of thinking between A leads to B, B leads to C, C leads to D, and that's why we need to do A, right? So there's a sentence to sentence transition that you will be kind of scored on, but then you'll also be scored on paragraph transitions as well. So once you're going from reasoning A to reasoning B, or you're shifting from perspective 1 to perspective 2, you want to make sure that you're taking the reader along with you. You don't want to just immediately jump and have the reader be completely confused about what's happening in a case like this. So it shows mastery over sentence structure, which will also earn you some points in the language use domain. So transitions are good. You always want to make sure you use appropriate transitions. For example, in this case, here's a good transition example. Although schools may struggle under the burden of providing financial aid to a needy student body, they are providing an important service to society by not turning these students away. So in this case, you're transitioning from the schools having a burden while providing financial aid to them providing an important service to society by keeping the students that have high need for financial aid. So you're transitioning from one portion to the other. In this case, this could be the last sentence of a paragraph, or it could be the starting sentence of the next paragraph. Either one of those would work fine because you're transitioning from one thought to the other by saying that even though they have this burden, they're providing an important service. And then you can start talking about how that important service to society comes about by students actually getting the education that they need, even though they may not have the financial wherewithal to attend that college or university on their own.